hello there. Hello, sir. Hello.
I don't know where that howdy came from. Just go.
Howdy.
Howdy, neighbor.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Dude, you know what? You know what scares me?
What?
You're going to laugh at me.
I'm going to. It's fine.
I'm going to. No, dude, okay. You know what still scares me, even though I'm a fucking adult?
What scares you?
Closing my eyes in the shower.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God.
What kind of twisted ass childhood did you have?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I'm scared that like a boogeyman's gonna be there or some shit.
In the shower?
Yeah, man, don't judge.
Okay.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? That the boogeyman ain't trying to see me naked?
I mean, the boogeyman ain't trying to see my ass.
Fair enough.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Fair enough. Fair enough, sir.
And you know what? I'm at a point in life where I'm like, who's this boogeyman anyway?
Fuck that guy. Like, just fuck that guy.
Right. Like, everybody my whole life's been talking about the goddamn boogeyman.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, peeps, on this recording, you're going to get something new, never seen before. This is exclusive, okay?
Exclusive.
Your asses are going to see me eat some ramen.
My man is going to feed himself.
With the tahini, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Tahine. Told you it'd be in every video.
That's what I'm saying, Tahine. What do you want to talk about today, man?
I want to do a little bit of a Hot 97 Tell Me Why You're Mad. Like
the mad rapper?
Kind of, but like there are so many things in the world today that are just frustrating, man. And I wanted to just take a minute to let some of them out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I want to see how much we all agree on this. All right.
Okay. I like this. I
want to see where we stand here.
Okay. Let's do this.
So if you had to pick one thing, maybe an old thing, maybe a new thing, just something that just gets under your skin.
I fucking hate people that ask for advice but then don't take it. Like there's a big difference between like, you know, like when you go like, hey Brandon, you know, like I got this problem and you give me the advice and then I don't run with it. That's different. But if I come to you and then I'm like, dude, I really need you to like tell me what I should do in this situation, and then you legit outline it for me and I don't do it, fuck you. that kills me, dude. It kills me.
Kills me. It kills me when the person coming to you for the help, or you being the person looking for help, you're kind of unaware of what the answer is.
Fair.
You know what I mean? But there might be somebody who's like, nah, I've been there. Figure that out. Here you go. Do this, and this, and it'll be fine.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If somebody's been through it, give me the fucking answer.
Right. And I would agree, man. I feel like there is. I feel like I don't know. I don't even know what the best way to describe what I'm trying to say. I guess the common decency,
yeah,
is just lacking between fucking human beings, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
You know what I mean? Like, it's I think that ties in. Like, people don't take other people's advice. People don't. Like, I think it's strange for someone to actually care about somebody else these days.
You know what? Like, as you were saying this, I started to analyze some of these things, and you're absolutely right. I think that, like, today's society is so much of a hustle and so much of a grind that, like, you don't think that people have your best interest. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, we've all been burnt enough.
Yeah.
To be like, nah, Batman. Like, somebody could walk up to you and hand you $100,000 in cash, right? And your first thought is, I'm going to jail.
100%.
Like
100%.
Like your first thought is instantly negative.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you don't
Instantly
trust
negative.
it. Mm-mm.
Right. Like you think that it's a setup, it's a hoax, it's a this, it's a like we're trained to think that it's like bad all the time. Anything good is bad. And anything bad is terrible.
Then they wonder why we have fucking anxiety.
Right.
It's crazy.
Well, and I think just that's the one thing I regret about the progression into today's world, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is like, why is fast such a point? Like, why is everything's always faster, faster, faster,
Mm-hmm.
faster?
Mm-hmm.
But now, as like I look at it and think about it, like, damn, I just want to slow down.
That, and you know what? Like that's the
I'm
thing.
tired, bro. I'm tired.
Right, right. And you know, like I think that there's like a certain mindset that we reach, right? Because like early, like I remember in my 20s, man, like I just wanted fast. I
Right.
didn't
Like
care.
if you had a buy it now button in that time,
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah, exactly.
woo.
Yeah.
Now kids don't have $200,000 in college debt like most people in our age group.
That's a fact.
They have $200,000 in credit card debt because they're just buying everything from Amazon.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, okay, look. I'm gonna switch it up. We can come back to this, but
Go for it.
you mentioned one of the things that like really grinds my gears.
All right,
Other
Sally.
people's-
What grinds
other-
your gears, Sally? Come on.
Other people's kids.
Oh,
Let me tell you why. Because it kind of falls into today's society too, right? Like
Hmm?
I feel that like when I was a kid, I was a lot more innocent than today's kids are. And like I don't ever
100% without
right,
a doubt.
right. And I don't remember ever like fucking talking back to an adult ever. Like I didn't even care which adult it was. Like
It could be an adult that none of the other adults actually like.
right.
And you would still get smacked across your face.
Yeah, exactly. But today's kids, and I'm talking about kids that like that excludes, or I'm sorry, that includes kids that I don't know. So like for example, like you know, Paisley, right? Like kids from Friends,
Yeah.
like that I'm fine with because honestly, if I'm friends with you at this stage of my life and you have kids, your kids probably behave like mine. Like right? And if they don't, we probably aren't friends because
Right.
like honestly, like I can't deal with somebody that one doesn't talk to their kids the way that I talk to them, right? And then two, also like I can't deal with somebody that just lets their kids do whatever the fuck they want, like without any consequence, right? And I feel that
Right.
like again, if I'm your friend at this stage and you have kids, then we probably have similar kids. So I'm not talking about you in this case. I'm talking about like, you know, like when you go to a grocery store and you see the mom that's like walking around in her stroller, or dad, right? That was walking down in the stroller. And then all of a sudden you see this kid throwing a fit
And
because
like
they want
chucking stuff across the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. He's just hungry.
yeah, like fuck you. No, like
no, you need to snatch just a handful of hair out of that kid's head.
right. Like, and if you don't, I'm gonna drop kick you in the throat because you're a shitty parent. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the part that
I agree.
Yeah. So
And-
kids,
Kids seem to give less of fucks about things in general too. They're like, meh.
100%.
Yeah, or like even in a bad way, like you know, with some of the tough things that are happening in the world, like we didn't hear about a lot of like school shootings and things of that nature when we were growing up because you just assumed that somebody would beat your ass before you made it to the school. Like, and not that it's okay to have that train of thought. Again, my heart goes out to all the families that have been affected by a lot of these things that have happened. They're absolutely terrible. I don't wish them upon anything, and I'm not trying to make light of the situation by kind of joking about it here, but at the same time, I'm just saying
No, you're You're saying that it's not something that we were
It's not something that we were even relatively
Yeah.
like our brains didn't even go in that direction. I
right.
think even people with the same type of mental states that some of these people are in, they didn't go in that direction. That
Yeah.
just wasn't a thing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I'm with
You
you there.
know, like just the violence against each other too. Like,
Exactly.
dude, the hood's getting a little crazy.
It is. The hood is getting a little crazy. But yeah, man, like that's what I'm talking about. Kids like that. That is the one, those are the ones that I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Like if you have a kid like that, you really need to get yourself in check. Check your kid too, man. Like I'm not like here's the thing. My kids aren't the best either. Like I'm not saying that my kids are saints because they make mistakes all the time. They say random shit all the time. I also say shit in front of them all the time. So like I could be a bad example for them. I probably am a bad example for them, honestly. But the thing is that like I really take the moment to tell them what is good and bad about the situation and then educate them on how to make the best decision with the information that they got. And I think that that's the part that sometimes I don't think that parents do that with their kids.
Well,
I think
bro,
that
I think one of the biggest things is parents just don't have conversations with their kids the way that me and you do. You know, like a lot of those same parents you were just talking about the grocery store, like that's the same parent that's like, oh yeah, he loves chocolate cake. And you talk to the kid and you're like, bro, you want some chocolate cake? And he's like, I hate chocolate cake.
right.
My favorite
Dead
is
on.
funfetti. Duh.
Right, dead on.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, your mom's dumb. Your dad's dumb. I can't help it.
Your mom's an idiot. Your
Have
dad
you
is too.
ever, have you ever talked to them before? Like, no, not really.
Right.
Like,
You
dude,
know,
I've been having full blown conversations with my kid since both of them, since they could have full blown conversations.
yeah, same here. Same
Because
here.
like they're people, man. Like they're human beings. They're just like me and you. They're just a little younger, and we got to teach them how to be like us.
Exactly, dude.
So,
Exactly, dude.
but yeah,
This ramen is bomb.
Dude, I'm jealous over here. My stomach's over here doing flips because you're
Like,
eating and I'm not.
like I was hungry, but this shit's on point right now.
Gotta have the ramen, bro.
Gotta have the
Especially
ramen.
with the tahini.
Oh yeah. And I also added some sriracha too.
There you go.
You know
Gotta
what I'm
have
saying?
it. Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
So if you guys are wondering where the sriracha and the tahini are coming from, check out the other episode where we talk about hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, man. And you know what? Another thing is it's become cool to be a Karen.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Right. Like low key, everybody has kind of gone the way of the Karen.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm seeing that too, and I don't get it.
On the flip side, I have to say, maybe this is my Karen peeking through, all right? But on the flip side, I have to say, like, I would say since the return of normal life after COVID, it's like, yeah, customer service isn't really a thing anymore. They're just like, nah.
No, that's long gone, dude.
Yeah. Which, like, I get it. It might have gotten a little too far, so they had to reel it back in.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity, but man, like,
Okay, look,
it's just been tough.
You brought up customer service, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other thing that I hate. When I walk into a place of business, I feel that like you should acknowledge me. Right? Because like and that's not me being a dick. Like I just feel that like as the customer, I shouldn't have to acknowledge you. Now as a human being, I am going to acknowledge you because that's how I am. But overall, I think that if you own a business, you should be acknowledging me as the customer. So when I walk into a place and they don't acknowledge that I'm there, like even like if they're busy, right? And like you're standing off to the side and then they like kind of look at you and then they kind of do like the nod.
Good enough.
I'm fine with that. Cool.
Right. Like not asking you to interrupt your conversation with the customer you're with, especially if you walk into a mobbed place. But you walk into a place with not a soul in it.
Yes.
And they just They act like they're having a conversation
Yes,
with
like
the
if
cash register.
correct. That right there kills me. That really pisses me off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Really grinds my gears.
it really grinds my gears. Here's the other thing that really grinds my gears. I'm like all over the place right now. But here's the other thing. You know when you're on an airplane and you have the one person that has a carry-on, but you know damn well that carry-on is not gonna fit,
Right.
but they want to squeeze it in there.
Oh,
That shit kills me.
God. And real quick, shameless plug. We're gonna be doing some traveling very shortly. So you might
Yes,
get to see
yes.
some of this stuff firsthand because I plan on trying to capture some of the stuff we've talked about in our travel episode, live and in person while I'm while I'm traveling. And I think that's the funny part too, is now since we've talked about it, I'm gonna look forward even more.
Oh, you're
So
gonna see
like,
it a lot more.
A, I'm gonna be a lot more frustrated when I leave the airport, but I'll be laughing at the same time because I got it
Right.
on camera. So it's gonna be pretty hilarious. And definitely stick with us, check it out. Um, Turn on the notifications for our new post. Subscribe, like, do all the things. Check us out on all social media platforms, and you'll get to see some of that live in-person travel footage, hopefully. I was thinking about possibly trying to go live on Instagram for a little bit during the travel if we have some downtime.
You should.
So, and we might be doing some stuff like that coming up over the course of the next couple weeks, guys, when we are actually together in the same place.
Yeah. So
So
check our shit out. Check it out.
check it out.
Check
But
out
yeah,
our
back to what
social
you were
media
saying.
handles. Everything. Check it out.
When the guy brings the guitar as the carry-on, I want to be
You're
like,
like,
bro, just because you can't afford a hard case,
you're like, look,
I got to deal with
Santana,
this shit.
check your fucking guitar, Santana. Get the fuck out of here, fucking bitch. Like, your shit is
Right.
not gonna fit in the fucking overhead unless you play a violin. Your shit
And
ain't
even
gonna
that
fit.
shit ain't gonna fit with 27 other people's bags.
That's true, but dude, that kills me, man.
Oh,
Like just watching people struggle, like just like constantly, like trying to put the shit in there, like it kills me.
right.
It
It
kills me.
kills me in general. Like just the me first stuff, man. Like,
Yeah, that
why are you
shit.
in such a hurry?
That shit, dude. Yeah, you just put a whole umbrella onto it.
Just a whole umbrella.
That me
Just
first,
a
dude.
whole ass umbrella.
Look, okay, seriously. Okay, look, guys. I'm gonna say this from the bottom of my heart. If you're a me first type of person,
Eat a
fuck
bag
you.
of dicks.
Just eat a bag of dicks. Like gobble them. Like just
I mean, at the
nonstop.
same time, the only thing where I feel that does not apply is while driving on the highway.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, okay. Oh, bro.
So, like, and that's what I'm saying is like, there's a certain expectation of how to drive on a highway. If you're in the left lane, there is like the dude on TikTok said, there is gang shit going on in the left lane. If you're not doing like, you know, criminal speed, middle lane might be for you.
Okay, look.
Because I cannot stand when I get behind somebody that's doing like 40 in the left lane.
I am with you. Look, everybody. This is for everybody in every single state. This is for everybody that doesn't matter where you're driving. Please, left lane is for faster vehicles. If you are not part of that faster vehicle entourage, get your ass over to the right. Like,
well, and it is acceptable. Let me say this. If you're in the left lane, you know, average speed limit across the United States is what, like 65? I know there's some places that have 70, 75, you know, Texas, they're just doing gang shit all the time everywhere. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, like, if you pick a speed that's over the speed limit, say the speed limit's 65 and you're doing 80, right? We'll talk in local terms here. That's how it works in Connecticut. And you're doing 80. But there's a dude who comes up on you pretty quickly. Just let him go and get back, do your 80 and have a nice day.
I'm with it there.
Because I will watch people get dickish road rage just because I'm going faster than they are.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's probably worse than somebody that actually sits in the left lane,
like oblivious.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would rather have the
oblivious.
Yes, I would rather the oblivious
than the no motherfucker. You ain't getting in front of me.
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy. And okay, look, we're gonna sidetrack a little bit. I want to welcome you guys to a new segment within the Uncut called Nelson's Brain.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to Nelson's Brain. Here's the thing. Look,
be afraid, folks. Look. Be very afraid.
Look, here's I think I'm a nice person. I think, I try to help people out. I try to be there for them. But there are certain things that go through my mind, and they're not nice. When somebody is being a shitty driver, I really wish that their car flips over. I really do, man. And that's such a fucked up thing to say, but I really do.
It's like you don't wish they get hurt. You wish it was just one of those like weird, like, oh, boop.
Yeah, like I want it to be like a Hollywood type of accident, right? Where they flip over.
And then they both open the door and get out. And they're like, damn, that was crazy.
Right. Like that's the kind of shit that I want. But I want their car to flip over because I want them to get that scare. Right. That way next time.
Like, oops, I shouldn't have done that.
Right. That's why next time when they go, fuck, somebody's creeping up behind me, I'm gonna stay here and be a dick and block them in.
Let them go.
Right. Instead, you're gonna move over to the right and you're gonna let them go because you don't want to flip your car again. Like, I really wish that there was like a flip your car button. What you get one of those. you get one of those.
You have to go in and get it reset by the dealer.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get one of those every 2 years. Like it comes with your registration. God, that would be hilarious. It comes with your registration.
Right.
Like when the cop pulls you over, right? And then he's like, sir, did you see that car flip over? Like you just pull it out like it's like a Monopoly get out of jail card, and you're just like,
nah,
right.
Here's my card, fool.
Like, wouldn't that be fucking awesome?
I just wish you could like maybe not flip it over, but like turn it off.
You just want to have like the fucking
like the kill button.
Yeah, the kill button. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then,
all done.
Okay, but then if you kill them, then they're gonna be stuck in the left lane.
We can go around. we're doing gang shit already over there.
I like how you said that real nonchalant too. Like we can just go around. Like that guy is fucked. I'm gonna go around him.
And I want the back window to light up with "I was a dick."
Dude, look. That would be fucking awesome if your dash just said that. Like your dash just like
you're being a dick.
Like imagine like you were talking about taking it to the dealer to reset. Like imagine walking in there, right? And then they're like, this is your 5th time this year, Bob. Like we've reset it 5 times. Like
see the officer in the corner on the way out. He's gonna take your license. It's fine.
Dude, a kill switch would be nice.
Well, like, dude, like, not for nothing, but everybody wants to talk about like gun control. Let's start doing some training of our children in cars. Like, because I'm going to tell you right now, like, my driving test versus how I drive every day, no.
Oh no, nothing similar.
Maybe that you use the blinker. Like,
okay, but. Oh, look. But you brought up something else that I don't know if other states have this. Again, comment below. Let us know. Okay. In Maryland, you take your driver's test in a closed course.
Yeah.
So it's not even like you go into the road. Like they have like this section where like you drive
every
forward.
DMV has the whole course.
Yeah. And then like the test consists of you driving around this course. You have to make a K-turn. Then you have to drive backward. This was when I was getting my driver's license, so I don't know if it's changed. But You have to drive backwards in a straight line. Then you have to be able to back into a parking spot. And then you have to also like go to a 4-way stop and see how you handle that. That's pretty
Yeah.
much the driver's test.
Yeah, and like all the stuff you got to do when you first start the car, and
Right. But like, but like the driving test, like, and I know other states have tests where you actually do it on the road. And for the longest time, like my only reference to that was Clueless, because because I know that she took the test out in the street. But besides that, I didn't know that. Like Maryland has a closed course, so their driver's test is not anywhere near as close to what a real road would be like at
Right.
all. So imagine that. So imagine us putting all those people, assholes like me, driving out there, not knowing how to drive. I agree with you.
I also think like, and I don't remember, because I know in driver's ed you got to drive out on the road. Like I'm actually trying to rewind here and think about. Yeah, because in driver's ed we definitely got to drive on the road, but it was kind of minimal. It was like, I felt like it was parking lot type stuff.
See, and that's what like I remember driver's ed.
There was no highway experience whatsoever.
See,
now I do know when I went through the process to get my CDL, that's completely
that's different. Yeah, that's way different.
Completely different. But
no, see, like I remember for driver's ed, like I did do one drive where I had to take an on ramp into the highway and then get off the very next exit. That was it though. But like I didn't like.
Yeah, but nobody taught you how to do 80 in the left lane and like
right, like nobody teaches you like here's the thing that like a real
like
driver's test.
I think we should incorporate like the police driving test into real life.
Like dude, like no, like they should have like how to merge, right? Like and there's different kind of merges too, people.
Well, and like maybe I say this because I get looped into the towing industry all the time, but like if I wish we could explain how serious it is when you see a vehicle with a lot of flashy lights on it, no matter what color they are, just stay away from it. Just be at least 2 car lengths away from whatever vehicle that is at all times. Like
I agree with you.
If they're in the breakdown lane, the right lane of the highway, you shouldn't go there.
And
I like a lot of people are like, ooh, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. But no, like, dude, like I have been on the highway loading up a car or trying to flip a car back over, and here comes asshat and a tractor trailer at 87 miles an hour, a foot and a half away from me as I get drugged down the road just from the wind. Like not even from him physically hitting me, but like
right, just the drag.
The wind of the car going by you in the opposite direction at 80 miles an hour will pull you in that direction. It's fucking weird. It's scary.
No, I'm with you there, dude.
But people are like, I don't give a fuck. But I honestly think that part of it is they don't know. They just see everybody else do it, so they're like,
right. They
I
just
guess that's what they signed up for. Like, he's got life insurance. Like,
no, that makes sense, dude. That makes perfect sense. No, like, dude, like, as you were talking, like a whole bunch of scenarios came up, like where I was just like, man, fuck, I hate that shit. I also hate that. Here's the other thing that I hate, man, and we're gonna stay with the driving. I hate when people honk as the light turns. Like you gotta give me time to like look.
But it's like the dude sitting there like watching the other light, like
okay, that's different.
Yellow, be ready. Be ready.
Right. Like, okay.
Be ready. Green, honk.
Yeah, that's the shit. I can't stand that shit, man. Like, right. I'm like, dude,
why?
Fuck, man. Like, let me react. Like,
if you're that late, go around me and run the light.
Right. If you
got balls like that, run the light.
If you're that late, why don't you use the kill switch on me, huh, bitch?
Right.
Go
Right.
around me.
Go around.
No, but seriously, man, like that, I cannot stand when people just like honk at you as soon as it fucking turns. I hate that. Hate that shit.
I also hate when the only time I will openly admit to doing that to somebody on purpose is you come up to a stoplight and say there's 3 lanes wide, right? The
Mhm.
left lane is a left turn lane. The middle lane is a straight lane, and the right lane is a straight or right turn lane.
Mhm.
And you decide to park in that right lane and not turn like everybody else, I will just lay on the horn like you're an idiot.
like like you're ruining
I will do dick shit at that point.
like you're
Like,
ruining it for everybody.
right, like
Yeah, yeah.
you knew that me and the 19 people behind me were turning right and you decided to go straight here.
Mhm, mhm.
I hope you stub your toe. When you get out of your car, the only way I'm happy is if you close your hand in the car door.
I hope that you cut the roof of your mouth with a Dorito. Like
And,
and
then
then
have hot pizza.
and then
after.
have yes.
Like some
Like
hot, like, and I don't know that we ever really talked about this, but some hot Greek pizza. Not
what?
like New York thin stuff. Like the thicker, the
Oh,
stuff
oh.
that resonates for days in
Uh-huh.
your mouth.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm with you. Like you want their mouth to be like Chernobyl. That's
Right.
how fucked up you want their mouth to be.
Like I want them to have to apply some topical cream inside their mouth. Like I want you to taste burn cream for the next week.
Like that's all you can taste.
Right.
That's what we want.
It overpowers everything.
Yes, yes. I'm with you, dude. I am 100% with you.
Totally.
I
But back to my point, they don't teach that.
no, they don't. They should.
But like, dude, I haven't been through driver's ed in what 20 years.
Yeah, 20 some years.
25 years. But I can only imagine what it is now. It's like if you ain't first, you're last. Figure it out.
Oh my god, dude. No, that
Like it's like a Ricky Bobby's dad.
but
But like I
That's a
even
good
think
reference.
Ricky Bobby's dad would be better.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. No, like, okay. I'm gonna switch it up on you too. Okay.
We're just bouncing all over the place.
We're all over the place.
Follow along.
Here's the other shit that I hate. Okay. I hate, even though I know it happens all the time, but I hate seeing my Amazon driver throw my shit.
Oh.
Like I know it happens. I know it happens. But like when I'm standing right there and you just like fucking chuck it, like bitch.
Well, like I don't know. I and that's what I mean. We're gonna bring it full circle because that's about people not giving a fuck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If we were a kid and we went to the mailbox and got the mail, and it was like a couple letters or whatever, and you walked up to the door and just chucked that shit in the front door of your house, you were getting beat.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now come in here and pick that shit up and put it on the table like a normal human being. I could hear it. I could hear that.
100%.
Not saying that I ever did that, but I could hear it. So like, are we just not teaching people that anymore?
I don't,
because I try to teach my kids that.
Yeah, I don't think people
like I try to carry over just a tad of the old school because I didn't turn out too bad. So
see, like I just don't think people care.
Right.
Which sucks.
I got yelled at the other day for holding the door for somebody.
Oh, I've had that too.
Like, dude, I got bitched out. I don't need you to hold the door for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit. We're both going in the same door. I held the door.
Mm-hmm. How about a thank you, bitch? Like you,
right.
or don't say anything. Just fucking walk in,
or just wave and keep walking.
Right. You know, like bitch, like I'm not doing it just because I'm trying to get your number. I'm doing it because I'm nice.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is how come every nice guy's trying to flirt all the time? Like, I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
No, like like I feel like we should have shirts that just says like I'm not hitting on you. I'm
Already
just
married.
nice. Right? I'm just nice.
Right.
Like like I feel like that's how you should have it. You know what? We're gonna make that.
I think we should that should be part of the new merch drop.
That and also we should have another one that says I'm nice but fuck you.
I agree.
That's a good
What do
one.
you guys think? Is there one you guys want to see?
Yeah. Let us know.
One of our sayings? Possibly
Mhm.
a satchel of Richards?
I could see that in our future. Not a satchel of Richards, but
No.
like the swag. I mean,
swag with a satchel of Richards on it.
Look, I'll take a satchel of Richards because that's fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but it would be fucking hilarious to receive.
Yeah, just so you could hand them out again.
Oh, dude, imagine if you
let me dig into my satchel of Richards to see
like Santa
if
Claus
I have
style?
any fucks left to give.
Like Santa Claus style.
Right.
Dude, that's amazing.
Gotta have spirit fingers while you're doing it.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love it. I love it.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of other shit that like really gets to me, man. Oh, here's
I
Here's
have
one.
a good one.
Hit me with yours. Hit me with yours.
Okay. So, and this goes out to all the listeners who may or may not play golf, right?
I thought you were going to put somebody on blast. I was like,
not any individuals here. Just like, you know, golf has severely blown up since COVID, right? Like, it was an outdoor activity. Everybody kind of was like, oh, I'm going to do it. Like, there was honestly, I know a couple guys that, you know, work at golf courses. Either, I think 2 of them are pros, and then a couple other guys work on the grounds staff, and they say it's a bigger boom than when Tiger was hot.
no shit.
Like, it's a bigger boom now in golf than when Tiger was prevalent. Not that he isn't now, but when he first became prevalent. You know, Tiger at 19, 20 years old.
Right.
And I'm here to tell you that people go out, the same people will go out every week, and motherfucker, you will think they are on tour, and they will shoot 172 on a 9-hole course. Like,
God damn.
Just like, have some common decency. I'm not saying that I'm good, but everybody's at a little bit different level, and this works both ways. Like, don't be the guy that's sitting there being a dick to the people in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you want to hang, you know, if it's a slow day and people roll up on you and you want to bullshit or whatever and talk shop, whatever, that's part of golf. Like, that's fine. But don't be like, come on, guys, hurry it up. Like, and then on the flip side, don't be those guys that are just, you know, you're teeing into people every time. Like, everybody's in such a rush at the golf course, and I'm like, dude, you're here to play. You're here for 4 hours,
right? Like use common sense. Like, I'm with you there. Like, I'm not even like a hardcore golfer like that, but I know exactly where you're coming from, and like I'm with you where like use common sense. Like, you know, like if you see that the people behind you are irritated, right? Like, let them go in front of you. Fuck it, right? Like, or just like, or just go back to that hole. Who cares? Like, fucking, there's alternatives to it. At the same time, like you said, right? If you're that person that's waiting for the next shot, if you feel that like the people in front of you are shitty, like they just suck, right?
Go around them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Hole, skip a hole.
Yes.
Do whatever you got to do. Let people go out and play their game.
Exactly. Dead on. Yes.
100%. Because, like, and don't get me wrong, I understand it's a busy place these days, you know, whatever, but everybody's entitled to have fun. And it like, for all the golfers that that watch us, because I think golf has become pretty popular amongst our age group.
Yeah.
Like, just go have fun. Like, don't
Yes.
stress over that. Like, it's supposed to be just fun. So, like, you're not turning that scorecard in at the end with the potential of winning millions of dollars. So, like, if you're on your 9th shot of the hole, like, just pick up the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Try it again in the next hole. Like,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Exactly.
Like, it's not the end of the world. And play. I also see a lot of times, like, they have different length tees for anybody who hasn't been to a golf course before. Like, they'll have I think it starts, most courses start with the gold tees, then the red tees, then the white tees, and the blue tees, and then some of them even have ones that are further back, the black tees. Play where you feel comfortable playing. Don't feel like some asshat just because your douchebag buddy thinks he's a tour pro and, you know, isn't, does not mean that everybody has to play from the whites or the blacks or the blues or fucking all the way back there. Play to whatever. If you're not consistent enough to have a handicap, fucking play from the front tees. Like, who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
I don't care. I'll play from any of them. I don't
Yeah.
really give a shit. I literally choose where I'm playing from when I get to the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm not good enough by the numbers system to play from the black tees. You know what I mean? Like,
I think people, dude, like, here's the thing, though. I think people forget that, like, they forget
but the
that.
same guy with a 37 handicap will play from the white tees, but then bitch at you about some stupid rule in the middle of the game.
Right.
When there are rules in the USGA has rules about what tees you should play from based off your handicap.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But the same guy will tee up way far back to be, I know I've played here 1,000 times. I'm good.
Right. Well, and, like, here's the thing, man. Like, just be a fucking human being. Like, look, unless you're about to make it into the PGA Tour, which, if you are golfing with other people and you're about to make it to the PGA Tour, you're doing it wrong, right? Like, you should be finding a course that's private, right, and strictly your tee time, or buy 2 tee times. Fuck it. That way, you don't have anybody behind you.
Well, let's be honest. If you're like, and that's where you could go out and play every week. It doesn't matter. Like, I've played with guys that are scratch golfers at a local, municipal course. You know what I mean? And scratch golf is tough. Like, I don't think I'll ever get there in my lifetime. I'm stuck in the double-digit handicaps forever. But, like, I've also played with guys that have 37 handicaps, which I don't even think 37 even exists. But it's it's a cool thing to be able to play with different people. But like you said, you're all out there to have fun. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Like, enjoy it. Enjoy the time outside. Enjoy breaking each other's balls over, duff shots into the water.
Well, and like you said, right, that's part of golf, is the fact that, like, take that time to discuss, have a conversation with the person behind you. Like,
dude,
like seriously, how
I'm not even gonna
difficult is it?
I've had some of the best experiences just showing up to the course or getting a tee time as a single person and then being paired up with a bunch of different random people. I've pretty much gotten, like, free lessons from people that way. Like,
Yeah.
if you get paired up with the right person, like, I went out, I showed up as a third leg for a group of 2, and both the guys were scratch golfers. They just were visiting family and wanted to go play golf. And these guys were legit, like, scratch golfers. Like, they had, they played for money, like, in a lot of different tournaments. And I played right along with them. And, dude, by the 3rd hole, they had my whole swing figured out. Like, they were giving me all kinds of advice. And I use it to this day, and it works.
And see, and that's the good thing.
You might experience that, or you might experience the other way around. Even if you're, a higher handicap golfer, or, you're not as good, whatever. But you might get paired with somebody who's never played before, and, you might need to give them a tip or two and have that conversation. Or, one of the things that I think is pretty cool is a lot of times when you do that, like I play at the same course a lot, but a lot of people come in and visit there. So I wind up having to basically caddy for people. Like I'm telling them where to hit it, where not to hit it, what works well, what doesn't, can they really make that shot or should they lay up? Like, dude, I never make it. So whatever. You can beat
No, and
me, go for it. But
no, and that's the thing, man. Like you nailed it. Like, like have a conversation with them. Like, and if you're not really talking about life, the worst thing that you can do, or not even the worst thing, but like the easiest thing that you can get from them is golf lessons.
right.
Like or even like a friend where you see them next time and at least like you have somebody to wave to next time you see them.
Right. Or you might get there and like they're getting ready to pair you up with two idiots that you don't want to play with, and this guy's over there, and you're like, nah, I'm with him.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I've done that before a couple times.
No, exactly, man. Exactly.
But
no, I'm
sorry, I went on my golf rant there for a minute. Sorry.
No, I thought it was
part of
good.
my life. But
I thought it was good.
And to all the people who think that like, oh, I don't know if I could do the golf thing, and it's just so uptight. It's really not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Well, I'm one of those, man. I used to think that. I used to think that it was like,
hoity-toity.
Yeah, like I felt like, okay, the first time I went golfing, dude, was for a work event, right? And with the work event, like I didn't have golf shoes, like I didn't have anything.
Sneaks.
Yeah, but like, and I thought
polo.
and I thought I was gonna get made fun of, right? Like I was like,
Right.
these people are gonna fucking just tear me apart because no, they don't. That's not what it is. Like people, at least the times that I've gone golfing, like you said, like once you talk to people, like, and if you're honest with them, because they know, right? Like if you go like, well, I'm a shitty golfer, and or if you say that you're a great golfer and then you end up being shitty, they're probably gonna make fun of you at that point because you're the one that started that shit, right?
Right.
But if you go in there and you're like, I'm not a great golfer, dude, like they'll find ways to teach you how to play golf. Like,
oh yeah.
And like they'll even include you in the group. Yeah, they'll include you in their group. Like they'll do like the I forget the term of it, but what is it when you like take the best shot?
Oh, like a best ball tournament.
Yeah.
Scramble.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like you could do stuff like
scrambles that. are really good ways to get around the course quick because you don't have to be a monster driver. You just have to go out and try.
Right. And exactly.
I wish that locally they would do more scramble tournaments to include a lot of these people who can't necessarily play tournament golf, but have like a fun time trying it out just to do a scramble tournament. Like they have them, but they're all like not advertised and like on Tuesdays
when everybody's busy.
Right. I remember the first time I played golf, dude. I thought it was all like CEOs and lawyers,
right,
all that stuff. And then like I show up at the course, and I got like some old dude who's smoking a joint, and then another old dude who had to have had at least 15 beers before he even got there. And like I had you want to talk about party animals? Like they make me and you look like children back in the day.
Like amateurs.
Amateurs. Total amateurs. And I'm over here like, you guys are still swinging the club. Like how
are you standing up?
I don't know how you're alive.
Right. No, dude, like and I'm with you, man. Like I think, and here's the other thing, like golf has also evolved so much that I think it's and like like now that you have stuff like Top Golf and stuff like that, like I think it makes it more okay for people that don't know what they're doing to be out there. But again, like if you've never done it before, like people aren't gonna fucking treat you like shit. That's not how it is. Like,
no, I mean, and honestly, even when you are that shitty golfer, I don't think you'll get anybody that is straight up dickish, but people are condescending as fuck on the golf course.
Oh yeah,
I will say that.
They are.
Like if you're a brand new golfer, don't go on a Sunday morning.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's when all the old dudes go.
Yeah.
And they will talk shit to you.
And again, it's common sense, right? Like,
right.
Like if you're not
like with golf on the uprise, man, like there's a ton of par 3 courses popping up everywhere. That's a great place. That's where I really learned how to play golf, is a par 3 course. And then like, dude, the one here is amazing. They have lights. You can play until like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's
Out there
badass.
with a couple clubs, cooler full of beer. Like that's the total vibe of the place. It's awesome.
That is great.
Like if I could tell you if that place existed or if I knew about that place when I was in like my 20s,
Dude, that's where you would have been.
I would have been at the golf course every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.
So Hot 97, tell me why you're mad. What else?
I know. Tell me why you're mad. I'm trying to think of other shit that like I was gonna tell you. Here's one thing that fucking drives me crazy, and this goes out to my wonderful family. I hate it when there's no toilet paper on the toilet paper roll.
Oh,
I hate it. Even and here's here's one that's even worse. When there's a brand new roll of toilet paper on top of the old toilet paper.
But they didn't even take the roll with one single sheet.
Correct.
Off of the holder.
Off the roller. Yes.
Throw it away and put the new one on.
That.
Now, are you a stickler for toilet paper direction?
I do like the over
the top.
Over the top.
Right. I feel like from under gets you get over usage of toilet paper.
I agree.
You wind up with too much.
I 100% agree.
And that's expensive.
Yes. No, dude, like, but that drives me crazy, man. Like,
I agree.
I just don't understand the level of laziness.
Right. When you had to try harder to be lazy than to just do what you should have done to begin.
Yes, 100%.
Another thing escaping this world is common sense.
Yes. Dude, have you ever seen what is that movie called? Idiocracy?
No.
I think that's what it's called. So that movie, I saw it when it first came out, and I thought it was the dumbest fucking movie in the world. And then I saw it again recently, and it's still the dumbest fucking movie in the world. But everything that they say is true. We are becoming, dude, we are becoming dumber and dumber, bro.
Like, I feel like it's turning into the Matrix.
Dude, if you've not seen that movie recently, watch it. Like,
I might have to go and
but remember, go in it with low expectations.
Oh,
it's a shitty fucking movie. It is like not quality at all, but the content of it, like the message, we are becoming the society in that movie.
That's crazy,
dude. It's painful to watch how dumb we are. How dumb we are.
Right. Like, think about it. Like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I guess you could go either way, but like, we had to memorize all this information when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
And now our kids have Google. That's like, guys, like, try to know some things.
Right. Like, try to keep something in the cranium.
Right. Like you don't have to store it all on a hard drive.
You know what's funny, dude? Like, I don't remember phone numbers anymore, though.
I don't either. I cannot tell. I have a house phone. I don't know if you know that or not.
Why?
I don't know what the number is. I'm not sure. Like, I really don't know. I know my own cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I know my kid's cell phone number because it's my old cell phone number.
But do you know Lacey's off the top of her head?
Yes, only because it's so similar to my old cell phone number.
I don't know anybody's phone number. Like, if I get locked up today, right? Like, if I have to make my one phone call, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Because the only person that I know is me. Like, that's the only phone number I know. But like, other than that, like, I
think about it. You're trying to call a bail bondsman, and he's like, "Okay, who do I call to get paid?" And you're like,
"Right, I don't know.
You're gonna have to go to my house."
Right. Like I feel like I have to call 911 and be like, "Look, there's a crime being committed at my house. Give them the address, right?" And then when they go over there, they're gonna be like, "There's no crime here," and then they'll be like, "Who called?" "Oh, it was Nelson." Where'd he call from? Prison. That's how they would find out. Because me calling, they won't happen.
Right.
Because I don't know phone numbers.
And I don't know any phone numbers other than that. None.
I have a hard time remembering 911.
The cell phone thing definitely has changed the game. And I find myself in a good way being a little bit more exploratory. Like if I see something out in the world, I'm like, ooh, tell me more about that.
Right.
I could look it up instantly and like actually learn stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you stop retaining that information,
right,
and you're just constantly regurgitating whatever you see on your phone screen, like
exactly. Yeah, like
was that fact checked by Google or Facebook?
Right, exactly.
I don't know whose facts I like these days.
I don't know who to trust anymore.
Right. And that's the other thing is I feel like we live in a world of distrust.
That's so funny.
Like, and maybe like, so I don't trust everybody. I have trust issues. Shocker. But have you noticed that like certain things in your life, just because you were kind of programmed, like I trust my neighbors.
Yeah.
Like now that I know them, like I trust.
Okay, but do you trust them like where they're not going to break into your house? Or do you trust them like you would leave Paisley over there for a week? Or do you trust them to where like you would give them a combination to your safe?
Is there a C, both A and B?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
like, I'm saying like I trust them. All my direct neighbors, I trust them enough to call them and tell them to go in my house and grab something for me or do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I'm not giving out the combination.
Do you find do you find it difficult now that you're older to find people like that?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Like I was never a trusting person. Don't get me wrong. Like
I mean, especially in some of the places where we grew up, you kind of learn not to trust everybody,
right?
But you were never disrespectful about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You couldn't be. You would get your ass whooped by somebody, like either your parent or like your parent.
Either way,
like,
you were getting beat.
Right. Yeah, you were either getting beat by somebody at the hood or your parent or somebody was fucking
somebody else's parent.
Somebody else's parent. Somebody was whooping your ass.
Right.
But no, man. Like, okay, people, we want to know what grinds
your gears.
Yeah, what irks you? What drives you fucking bananas? Is it people driving in the left lane? Is it people honking at you? Is it dumb people on flights? What is it?
And again, guys, this is an opportunity just to kind of say some of this stuff out loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what we wanted today to look like. A little bit of uncut. Looks like we might have combined it a little bit with one of our other segments that we got, Breakfast Blend. A little bit talking about feelings a little bit, but at the same time, some of the funny stuff that we all think is just annoying as fuck, bro.
Yeah. And like, again, it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be really small. Actually,
so one thing that you brought up, and this might be one of those small ones that are kind of funny, but like other people's kids kind of going in the opposite direction that you were. You ever get so mad when people's kids have like a terrible mouth, but like it's not even, they didn't even use it correctly in a sentence.
So like they're like
cursing? They just say bad shit, or like it doesn't necessarily mean cursing, but like and I'm sure you've experienced this where a kid opens their mouth and instantly you're like, your parents have never talked to you before.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Like they use like bad language, but like not in the right places or in the right context, or they're just saying fuck to say fuck. Like, you're not.
I'm 100% with you.
Shut the fuck up.
No, dude. You know what's funny, man? Like now that you say that, I was like kind of analyzing all these like scenarios and thoughts and stuff like that. And I'm 100% with you. That shit does fucking irk me. Like, especially now with how mainstream rap is, right?
Right.
Like you know, the N word is all over the place, right?
Right.
Like,
And
and
like, I got something about that too, but go ahead.
no. So like, I grew up saying it in the neighborhoods that I grew up in. Like, we said it all the time. As a Hispanic, we said it all the time. Like, it was nothing, right? Like, we went to, you know, play basketball, and like I would say it all the time. Like, the people I hung out with, like, that's what we did. So like, so then now when I hear like these suburban kids, right? Like, and they're saying it, like, I'm like, you know nothing about this. And it's not because like, it's not because you have to know about it. It's more of like the element, right? Like the era that you came up with, the things that you did in order to like be a part of that, the culture, like that stuff is not there. So to me, like when I look at them and then I go like, you can't say that. Like, the fuck?
Right.
Like,
Well,
what?
and I kind of have to bring something up about that because so I'm part of the small percentage of the world that I deal with angry people every day. And it's kind of a surprise. Like because of what I do is like they don't know that me driving by means that I'm going to take their car from them.
Mhm, mhm.
But if I show up at your house and you're interacting with me, you don't know what's going on, whatever. The amount of times that I get called the N word in a day, like I don't know why. Like why? Like it
I'm
just
sorry.
throws me in a
I'm sorry to laugh because that is fucking
like
hilarious.
and it's from like all different types of people, but like it's like I'm like, but
Like,
no, like why? Like
do you
I
ever
don't get it. Like
do you ever
if
just
I
stand there?
say it back, you're
Right,
gonna try to beat my ass
right.
or use it against me. Like I'm not like that's not I don't do that. I don't use that word. Like I just don't.
Do you,
I think the negativity in it is there's too much.
no, I'm with it. Do you ever have somebody?
I look at him. I'm like,
Right, that's what I was saying. Do you ever have somebody just say it to you, and then you're just kind of like what?
that's become my go-to answer.
Right, like what?
That and listen, folks at home. One thing I just like to make a public service announcement for all people who repossess cars for a living. Don't threaten us. Don't come out and tell us what you are going to do because you're not about that life.
Yeah, because you would have done it.
Because we're also not there to be dicks. Like we're
But
nobody that
you guys have a job.
right. Like
It's a fucking job, man.
it's kind of like the guy who gets to sweep up the horse shit behind the horses in Central Park. Like it's not great, but it pays the bills. Like
Right, right.
and I'll be honest, I know very few people that are out there for the theatrical enjoyment of taking shit from other people. I don't. There's not a lot of people that are in the business that are like that. They're in the business of like, oh, I can hustle and make good money and support my family and I just so happen to have to tow cars and it's kind of fun to ride around and do that. Like, yeah, great, but don't. I tell people that all the time. They're like, oh, I was going to come out here and start blasting. No, you weren't. Now
And
get the stuff
why?
out of your car.
Like instead of blasting,
But
pay for your
why?
car, then you wouldn't be here.
But we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
It's actually not allowed.
Hey.
There's laws against that.
Oh,
I'm not even lying.
that's crazy.
It's
Really?
almost in every state.
Really? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not,
The
dude,
Fair Debt Act
I learned something new
struck
every day.
again. But yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, is like the majority of people that go out in the world and they have a chip on their shoulder and they threaten other people. It doesn't even need to be in what I do. I mean, I've seen it happen at the corner store for over nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't make a bunch of threats to somebody else because somebody is going to call you to the carpet one day, and that shit's going to hurt.
Yep.
And like I'm almost 40. I would be happy if I never have to fight another individual a day in my life.
Mhm.
Like it's not fun. I am not Conor McGregor.
No,
I
and that's
don't
the
get
thing.
paid to do that.
Like
Like I
people,
don't want to fight.
well, and people forget that, like, dude, okay, having a beer today will make you have a hangover for 3 days. Now, imagine getting punched in the face.
Right.
Like, you getting punched in the face, that means you're gonna feel it for a week at the very least. Like, it's not like when you were younger, where like your fucking face was just like regenerated and you didn't feel shit after like putting
Right.
like
3
after,
hours.
yeah,
3 hours and a bag of broccoli.
right, right.
You're
No, like
good as new, boy.
you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy.
But like,
Never.
why is everybody's instant reaction to fight? Like, I've never like. I'm here to say, like, there's a lot of people that could be in the UFC that I have seen firsthand. Like these dudes are out here just murking fools in a bar fight, and I'm like, there's one in every bunch, and how do you know you don't have that one guy?
Right, right.
That's just
Exactly.
gonna clean your clock. And like, what is a fight? Like, I don't think in today's world there's a reason for that dominance.
No, there isn't.
You know what I mean?
There
Like,
absolutely isn't.
to me, there isn't a reason to exert that type of dominance. The
Not
only
at all.
thing I would fight over these days are you do something fucked up to my kid.
Right, right. Yeah.
Like you can mess with my money, you can mess with like don't mess with my family. That's it. Like it's a small list. Like you could go out, yeah, set my car on fire. I got insurance.
Right, right.
Like,
right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all these incidental things. Like I love it when people are like, "No, you ain't gonna disrespect me. I'm gonna beat that ass." I'm like, shut up. Like you're doing it to
You're
yourself, man. Like I'm over here just talking to you, and you want to just like stop.
You're like, dude, if it makes you feel better, just go for it. But like, it's not gonna solve anything.
Right. Like, still gonna be in the same spot in a minute.
No, I'm with it, dude.
But everybody's thing is like, oh, they want to fight. Like, listen, there's only a short list of things that I would fight about. I wish that list would just shorten up for everybody across. Like, if you're fighting for money, fuck yeah, fight every dude you get a chance to.
Right,
like,
right.
If I was Conor McGregor, ain't like nobody's gonna say the word "the" to me.
Right. Like if that was your living, your source of income.
Right.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Do your job.
No, I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
If you do HVAC stuff for a living, you are not a boxer.
Right.
You might be a tough son of a bitch, but you are not a boxer.
Exactly. And that's the again, man, like the gamble is not even worth it.
No.
Like how do you know that like this person that you're gonna fight is not gonna have a gun?
Right.
Or a knife or fucking whatever. Like the odds are against you. So why?
Well, and that's the thing. That's the thing with all of this. Like you have if you're going to participate in violence against each other, right? You have it winds up sucking so bad either way. Like if you're the guy that wins the fight, well, then the other guy is now going to sue you for any medical bills that he's got.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And now what? Who won?
Right. So not only like
now what? That dude's getting $25 a week out of your paycheck.
Right. While you're busting your ass.
Was it worth it?
Right. I'm with it there. So let us know, people, what grinds your gears. Let us know what makes you angry. Let us know.
Vent about it. Talk to us. Tell us.
Yeah, this will prevent you from fighting. There.
Yeah.
Fucking
or
Conor
getting
McGregor. Or getting your ass
beat.
Yeah, just don't get your ass whooped.
Connor's got beat.
No, but here, okay, man. Since we're getting ready to wrap this up, here's what I learned today. I learned that life's too short to dwell on the little things.
I agree.
Okay, that's number one. Number two is don't be a dick and drive on the left lane if you don't want. If you don't want your car, right?
No gang shit.
Right. Like if you don't want your car flipped,
no left lane.
no left lane, right? If you don't want to kill switch, no left lane. Like, just move over. That's number 2. Number 3 is fucking just enjoy life. Enjoy the little things. Stop fucking dwelling on some of these things that don't matter. In particular, the ones that you thought were going to get you somewhere that don't anymore, right? Like the fighting that we talked about. Like, doesn't get you anywhere. Be smart about it.
One of the things I learned about today is it's okay to outgrow shit. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Outgrow it.
I like
Go ahead.
that. You know what? We're going to close with that. Hashtag outgrow shit.
Right.
I like that.
You know what? Just, let's bring back common decency, folks. That's all. And now that we got to vent about all this stuff that grinds our gears today, and now I can feel better and just go out and be a nice person.
Exactly. And now I won't have to use my flip.
Right.
card.
We won't have to flip cars over. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. So I could use it.
Just go out and have a good day.
I could save it for another time.
That's it.
On that note, peeps.
Peace.
Peace.